All right, let's see if this is, once we see it here, we can start, but remember, anything we say is live. What the heck? Let's try YouTube. Thank you. All right, people, we're checking everything to make sure it's all Gucci. We're going to follow up here real soon and hopefully be able to look at the chat. Where is it? CarSimple?
We're not live, dude.
No?
No, look.
I can see this one not being live. There we are.
Oh, okay.
But TikTok, I can see it because there was something going on with the app.
Okay, let me see if I
Or if you want to go live on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have one person watching. It's us. There we go. Oh, it's this account.
Oh, so it's like a 30-second delay.
Dang. Probably because it's a free version.
Huh.
I bet you can lower your
TikTok Studio.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Live.
Yeah, dude. Go live for 30 minutes. Oh, we're gonna beat it. Okay. Put the title up there, and then we'll go. We'll get rid of the volume.
CarSimple Unfiltered. CarSimple Unfiltered. In case you didn't know what the name of the channel was for anyone watching on YouTube.
And then we'll watch the chat there and the chat here, and we're good. Let's see the audio real quick.
CarSimple Unfiltered.
Damn, that's tight. Mine's a little funky. I need to tighten up so I can show up. For a future record, because this will be live, and then we'll probably be watching this. I need to enunciate better, but we're probably going to be watching this many years into the future and watch this part. And I just want to make sure that you all understand humble beginnings.
Is that it?
That's it, bro. Unless you use the back one, but that's fine. It's TikTok. People like intimate. And then we can just move our chairs back a little.
Okay.
Something like that. Okay. We have 8 people over here. Funny, stop casting. I'm a little kid up 18, have a little kid. Bro, Monico Robinson. Expound, please. Anyway, everybody, welcome. We're live here, CarSimple in Utah. Let us know where you're from. This is me, Richard, and
I'm Jacob. And we're going to share with you what CarSimple is, what it does, and something that sets us apart from other dealers. So we are a car dealership. Yeah, we wanted to give you like a real experience, seeing some of the behind the scenes or hearing from us directly of, who we are and what we do. We make some funny videos on TikTok and socials and stuff, and they're fun and skits, but they don't really show the service and what we provide and what we'd be able to do for you.
that's like, was thinking, jumping in a little bit. It's like you'll see our socials, and yes, it's all fun and comedy, but at the end of the day, we do help people sell their cars, and we offer our services and also buy a car. And so it's not just clowning around. And that's what we want to show more of how that works for you guys.
Yep. So, yeah, we're excited to be here again. I'm Jacob. This is Richard. We're the guys that kind of been with CarSimple the longest, behind the scenes. Kind of early on stages of getting into what we do now. And so we just kind of get to the point we sell cars for you. We sell your car. So we're a private selling company. We list for you. We make sure that you get your vehicle out on all of the major listing sites. We take care of the entire sales process. And so, Richard, you want to explain a little bit more about what you do with that process?
Yeah, so if you, of course, when you're trying to get your car up for sale, you would do the typical photograph it and make it look as nice as possible so that people looking for the specific vehicle are going to hopefully get their attention on yours and buy it or at least contact you. Well, my part is to make sure that your listing is going to look as good and as nice as possible. That way, when someone comes looking at it, the photos are going to speak volumes. You know, what's the saying? A photo is 1,000 words.
Worth them, yeah.
And so the photos really will speak for you, and then it'll hook them so that they'll actually contact you. And so that's why it's such a crucial part of the process, and I make sure that it gets done right.
Yeah, so to not disrupt the flow inside the dealership, we're in a Tesla right now, Model 3, 2018, nice white leather interior. It's for sale, right?
Yeah, guys,
40 grand.
Yeah, if anybody wants to buy an upside down Tesla Model 3 that I own, go for it.
Nice. So yeah, just kind of some more about the service so that you guys can understand, and then we'll go into how we got into this. So, people all over, we're in Utah, so we're in Springville, with hopes to grow, but there's people everywhere that are always trying to sell their car, and it sucks when you have to try to figure out, okay, how can I sell it either to a dealer? How can I find someone that's legit, not a scammer? How do I, get through that process? And it just gets frustrating the more the time goes on. Scammers are getting worse. Time wasters are getting worse. People are always lowballing, thinking, oh, I can just give them a super low offer and just see what happens. And I don't care if I'm wasting their time or wasting my time. And we're just not okay with that. We wanted to be able to provide a service that would allow you to sit back and relax, knowing that you're going to get the most out of your vehicle, the highest value, really smooth process. And so we take, like Richard mentioned, we do professional photos and videos, goes out on all the major listing sites. We take care of all the leads that come in, so all of the customer conversations. We'll talk to people and figure out what their needs are, sift through the scammers. We can accept trade-ins from buyers, so that opens up who you could sell to, because you don't have to worry about missing out on somebody because they only can work through a dealer. You'll still get that full value that it's sold for. You set the price. You get to set the price that it's listing for everywhere, and that's exactly what it lists for. We take that price and blast it everywhere with our professional marketing plan and everything that we do.
I'm going to step in on that one.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, because if you've probably tried yourself, your car, you got it for a certain amount or you bought it outright, whichever. And then when you're going to sell, you just don't do the typical, it's not as easy as going on Facebook Marketplace and just looking up my iPhone or my Android, whatever phone, Samsung, and then you look up what people are going for and you kind of aim for that sweet spot somewhere in there. It's not as easy as that because there's models, there's trims, there's conditions, there's the different state, and all that just makes it a lot more complex. And so we try to make it simpler for people like you trying to sell your car, where you don't have to do that because we'll do it. Of course, we have some tools that helps us be more analytical and technical. But in the end of the day, it's in raw terms, we're pretty much doing that with better tools and more experience than your average person that's going to sell a car once every 5, 10 years compared to the team here that's doing that on a daily basis.
Yeah. So you reach out to us, whether we end up selling for you or not, we'll give you a quote. We'll let you know what your car's going to sell for. We'll look it up on Carfax, KBB, JD Power, look at the market. So we've got tools that help us scrape where everything that's just like your car is listed, and we'll grab all the details from those ones, help you compare with it and see where you need to be a quick sell, but also get the most out of it that you can. Um, and then we don't charge you anything until it sells, and we're really transparent, so you know exactly what you'll get. Um, there's no percentages, no hidden fees. We just have a flat fee that we take, and it could vary depending on when you sign up with us or when what kind of vehicle you have. Um, but it's very reasonable. We make sure that you have every belief that it's going to work, right? We're not just signing up with some scam. It's definitely something that you can help that you can take part in and just sit back and relax and just gets taken care of for you. And we usually get it sold at a price that would have overcome that fee anyways, on top of what you would have sold it for on your own. So you don't end up actually getting any less than maybe what you would have gotten on your own.
True, because there's the fact that you're paying monthly on it, and if it's just sitting there and you don't own it. For example, anybody watching, if you want to comment on it, leave us a comment. If you've had an experience where your car, you try to sell it, and 2 3 months go by and you are still paying your monthly payments on this car that you technically can't afford, and so we try to make sure that that loss gets minimized, mitigated completely if possible, by getting it sold for you quicker than you on your own would have been. But pretty much that's what I got.
Yeah. So we've had some funny questions that come around, like how do I know I can trust you guys? There's just so many scammers out there. And so, we have about 100 vehicles here at our dealership that we're selling for customers currently. We started out with 8, right? It was
True.
like nothing, right? So, once we got some under our belt, got some reviews, got some people looking into us, and then it made sense for them to, for more people to really give us a chance, and it just grows, right? So whenever you can provide a service that actually works, or a product or anything that, just the general public enjoys or wants to participate in, it'll naturally just catch on and become what people want to use. And so we've had all kinds of questions like, what if you guys steal our car? Or what if you don't pay us after it does sell? Or, what happens if damage happens while it's in your possession? So we're very down to earth, very honest, very straightforward, and we make sure that you're taken care of. We use the Utah State consignment agreement inside of our, full listing agreement. And so that protects you, guaranteeing that you'll get your funds once the vehicle's sold. It's not immediate, but we get it to you in a really fast, timely manner. And so you're not just sitting around, for weeks and months wondering, well, where's my payment? Where's my car? We are staying in contact with you and making sure you know what's going on. But then also, like, what if something does happen? What if I do get my vehicle in a wreck? Or what if the sales team here, what if Richard goes and wraps it around a pole or something?
Never done it.
Hasn't
But
happened.
what if?
So what ifs though? Yeah. We're very careful, but if something does happen, we make it right. So we've got insurance that covers all of the vehicles that come in. And that includes, whether it's on the lot or a test drive or an act of God, hail damage, tree falls over or something, we'll cover it, and it's on us. But your car's in good hands because we keep them clean. I don't know if you can kind of see in the background. They're kind of shiny. We got them nice and cleaned
Yeah,
up.
right. Somewhere, well, yeah, right there. And that's the whole thing too, is like my biggest worry when selling private is how the person, how am I going to receive the funds, right? They bring a check, and of course you can do the, what's it called, cashier's check,
Uh-huh.
and there's that, of course, as a safety precaution. But you know what if they want to test drive it? I've seen people private selling let the person go on the test drive, and then with your plates and all that, and I'm just wondering, like, the fact that if something goes wrong, it can get messy, especially if the person going out there is underinsured and all that stuff. And so we take care, and with our service, we help you that you don't have to worry about that, because if something does go wrong, we'll take care of it. Our insurance, we're protected, all that stuff. And so you don't need to worry about that. And of course, we have the vetting process of people. We don't just let any random Joe that contacted go for it. Especially depending if you have a nice one of those nice fast cars that everybody likes to floor pedal to the metal, we'll make sure that whoever's buying it, they can actually afford to put the pedal to the metal, if you know what I mean. But stuff like that that people don't think about until they're actually trying to sell it on their own.
Yeah.
And that's why we try to build a solution for people that don't have the time or don't have the energy to be able to do that with a full day 9 to 5 and then family and all that stuff.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they kind of get concerned that they're gonna lose all their control, right? So like, oh, why would I give it to you? I wouldn't be able to, still have control over the price, or, what if I just want to pick it back up? Like, what's going on there? Like, we don't lock you in, so you can come park your car here. It can be here 2 days, and you can come pick it up, no problem. And then same thing if it's like 2 years. And that doesn't happen because we end up selling most cars in 3 to 6 weeks, which is pretty good for the industry. We're selling pretty fast. You just drop it off to us, and we handle it. If you do decide you wanted to cancel, we just ask that you reimburse us for our time and efforts of detailing it, doing emissions and inspection. And so, we just ask that that gets reimbursed back to us, which is super, super fair. It keeps us from, giving out free details and people just bringing their car, getting it detailed and picking it back up the next day.
That's true,
There's Todd coming back through
because
from his
we
lunch
don't
break.
make money out of details and detailing cars. The margins there are not pretty much non-existent. So definitely, it's not something that we're gonna be making money out of detailing your car. And like you said, yeah, that's true. What did Todd bring for lunch?
Looked like McDonald's.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Todd.
So, have we had any questions?
Nothing here other than someone said hi, and then some funny dude trying to go funny, Monique. And then on TikTok, mine keeps stopping. And then people, if you join the live stream, make sure you hit tap to join or tap to live or whatever is on the description so that it actually counts you as a viewer. Because if you just scroll by, then it's not actually going to count you as a viewer. So make sure you hit that screen. Hey, I'm your top viewer.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Does that mean you don't have anyone watching right now?
Yeah, because these ones, so from what I understand, when they join, it says joined.
That's just them scrolling through.
Yeah, it needs to actually be up here, not just here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, so what I wanted to do was pull up some of our recent reviews and kind of explain, the good and the bad, like what people have said in the past. Um, so like we have just 2 weeks ago, and we're gonna have reviews for people buying cars from us, but also reviews from people selling their car through us.
true.
And so this one, um, she gave us a 3-star. Kind people, but know what you're getting into. Not recommended for first-time buyers. I could kind of agree with that, but at the same time, I think we're actually really good for first-time buyers because we
Yeah,
have so many good, clean cars that come from private sellers that have been keeping good care of it in hopes that they can get the most out of it once they sell it, right? And so that's, what she's saying here. CarSimple is different from a typical dealership in that they are a sales broker for individual sellers. So you're buying a used car from a private seller, but with an additional level of security. However, the company does not take much responsibility for anything wrong with the car because of this. I originally left a bad rating, but I am updating this with new information and because they responded well to my complaints. And I
that's
appreciated that because it brings up a good point. We do not take responsibility for selling you a car. That's like that doesn't, why would that make sense? Why would I take responsibility for someone else's used vehicle that we just helped facilitate to get to you? Like, it's your responsibility. You're buying the car, you should check it out. We do check them out. We do our inspection, we make sure that they're in good shape. And so, between the two inspections and getting them checked out, hopefully we catch anything that could be wrong, but it's still a used car. It's never
That's
going to be
true.
perfect.
And it's as you know, it's buy as is, and once it leaves the lot and it's gone out of our possession, it's just as normal as any other buying another car. Something will eventually break, and it's a used car, so it's going to be more often than or sooner than if you bought it new. Plus, it's used, so you don't have the safety of a warranty unless you get one with us, which we do vet our warranty providers and our service providers, and we make sure that they're going to deliver good. But if you don't get that, it's not the same as a new car where it's going to have that warranty or service protection.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's another thing too. When you're looking at us, you're going to look at us to buy cars, but also to sell cars. And so that's where in the reviews, try to read them, try to get the context on that stuff. For example, Jacobs just pulled up one from a week ago.
Yeah, so this one, 5-star. They sold my 2017 Jeep Wrangler and 2011 Cadillac for me. It was so convenient to drop off my vehicle, let them handle everything, and pick up a check a few weeks later. Fair negotiations, approved through text. I would definitely sell with CarSimple again.
Text is probably my favorite part on that review
Mm-hmm.
because there's this thing. We will of course do voice communication through call and whatnot, but we're modern.
Mm-hmm.
We will do text. We've had sales or people sign up and actual sales that will go majority, if not all, through just text because there's nothing to hide. It's just pretty straightforward and simple process.
Yeah, so if you're thinking of selling your car and just need to know what your value is, just reach out to us. Send us a text, send us a message, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever, and we'll get you a value and you can see what you'll be able to sell it for. Um, because that's where it makes the most difference for you. Is it worth it for me to even sell my car? And we talk to people all the time that never hadn't really considered selling their car until they realized what it was worth that we could get for them, and they don't have to lift a finger. We'll just sell it for you, get it sold. Whether you're still driving it or want to drop it off, we haven't even covered that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
We do an offsite version as well. So
I'll cover that. Jump from reviews to that and kind of start wrapping it up in 10-20 minutes tops.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's the difference between offsite and onsite. I'll cover the offsite. So the offsite vehicles, you get to keep it, and then the sales team and us will coordinate with you and the potential buyer to figure out if the potential buyer wants to see the vehicle, we kind of figure out how to meet and get them to see the vehicle. Of course, we'll vet them too, and we handle the negotiation. You're not going to be stuck with some rando that's going to come to you and try to negotiate the price down to exaggerated levels. You don't have to have your facts and numbers all memorized and ready because our sales team's going to take care of that. If the offer's too low, we'll know and we're going to let them know that it's wrong. But you don't have to worry about that. You have the advantage of just keeping it at your place. If, for example, like Jacob mentioned, it's your daily driver, you can't just come leave it at the lot. That is a key thing that we've started. Of course, CarSimple's been a dealership and we have selling experience, and most of our cars have been at the lot at first, but the recent few years we've been doing it where you get to keep it and then we still sell it, and it works. It's actually efficient too.
Yeah. Yeah, just imagine, all you have to do is just have us come photo your car professionally,
Yeah.
and it's going to get listed everywhere. All the major listing sites, the paid ones, the free ones, the ones that are typically full of scammers, like Facebook or KSL or wherever,
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is Wild West.
right? So, we'll handle all those for you, maximize any potential that you may have been getting on your own or not, whether you hadn't even considered selling it because you just hate selling, and we'll just get it sold for you. We would set up the appointments for you. We've got drivers, we've got sales team that goes out and they grab the car from you. They show it nearby. They're not racking up unnecessary mileage, but they're there showing the car to the buyer. You don't have to meet the buyer. It's all stays very what's the word? The anonymous.
Yeah,
And so you don't have to worry about your information getting out there, whether it's the on-site version or off-site version. We keep all of our customers very, very secure. Their information very secure. So
true. On the on-site, that one is pretty much the same thing. We photograph the vehicle, but we do detail this one on our end. We provide that compared to off-site, where that would be on your end to make sure it's clean and all that before photos. But on the on-site, we keep it here, and of course, we'll let them test drive it, but they gotta first prove that they can pull it off if they were to actually buy it. And yeah, I'd say both are very popular.
yeah. So another question that we get a lot is, okay, I have a loan on my car still, and I don't know how that's going to go down. You guys sell it. Do I just get the money and then I've got to get the title to you? And that can get messy if we were to do it that way. So we actually do it really clean. Like you just, once we've sold your vehicle, we get your payoff information, and then we just submit your payoff to your lender. Your title comes directly to us. We take care of the title work for the new owner, and you're free and clear. If you owe more than what it sold for, we would just have you make that difference to us so we can make your full payoff, or we just make the difference to you. So like if we sold it for more than what you owed, then we would make that difference in the payoff of just like a check to you. So
Yeah. And a huge advantage, I think we mentioned it earlier, was not only the payoffs. By the way, if anybody on chat can comment, if you were able to hear that Camaro just revving it on the road, please let us know. The thing is with we allow customers that want to buy your car to be able to afford your car by trading in their vehicle, which will allow them to gain something, to make the difference. And then, of course, figure out the bank or credit union that's going to provide them the loan in order to afford your car if they can't just, pull the trigger cash, as they say. Oh, dude, want to dismiss the cash thing? The myth of cash is king?
oh, all right.
As to kind of finish off. And by the way, if you're just lingering on TikTok, I'm seeing quite a few of you recent ones after like Juanita and Dustin, Cast, Jared. I think Andrew was one of the last guys that I kind of noticed. Make sure you tap and join and follow if you care for cars, fun, comedic content, or educational like we're doing today.
Yeah. So like when you have people coming on the lot, we're selling cars. They think, oh, I've got a wad of cash in my pocket right now. It's 10K, and I'm looking at this 15K car. But I'll hand you this 10K right now, and I'll take the car off your hands because it's cash, and cash is king. It doesn't work like that. People have it in their head that all they have to do is just have the cash ready on hand, and that somehow is worth more than wiring us the money, doing financing. So none of that is a factor, and it may have been back before wire transfers were a thing. I don't even know what other. I mean, check versus check probably. Like
Yeah,
I could see the risk of like accepting a check from some unknown buyer coming on the lot, but like with us now, like with just any company, any dealership nowadays, like cash doesn't matter. Like we'll take money however we can get it because it's the value of what's being sold that we need to make sure we're recuperating, getting back to the seller or the buyer or whatever the case may be. So is that what you were kind of talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, you're not gonna go to the Apple store and tell Apple, "Hey, your phone is selling for 1,000. I have $900 in cash. Let's do this." It's like, bro, what are you talking about? It's $1,000. Yeah. And of course, I'm hoping for the comment out there about those people that want to hassle and negotiate because, cars are different in the sense that it's expected to hassle and tussle a little bit with the pricing. But if we don't see a comment come up, then I guess no one wants to make that argument.
Yeah. So should we do a couple more reviews and then close up so
Yeah,
we make sure we hit our goal?
yeah, let's do that and we'll call it a good.
So let's do a 1-star.
Okay, 1 star. Let's go. 3 weeks ago.
So we got
Yeah.
a double review here from the same guy, and so I think
Bro.
Google removes them, but
Yeah, this guy is. That's one thing on Google reviews. Let's be fair, guys. Don't go around creating fake accounts to leave double reviews, and the only thing you change is like the capital letter on the first name or something. Let's be
right.
real. If it was 2 cars, make one review saying 2 cars, but come on.
So it's same day, same guy, said the same thing. Worst service I've ever seen. I paid nothing and still feel ripped off. Rude, snide, slow. They will make you look bad. Do not waste your time. Then you lie about me being a customer. This is a sick way to run a business. I'll be sure to spread the reputation. Yeah, we responded to this guy and we said we don't have any record of you being a customer because he changed his name. So it's like, yeah, we don't know who you are because your name's different on your Google account than what you told
Yeah.
us your name was. So we'll fix it, but we had no idea. And to be fair, we do make mistakes sometimes, and we get it. Like that's pretty hard to make a mistake on somebody's asset, right? A $50,000 car or even a $10,000 car. It could be frustrating that maybe we made a mistake with putting the wrong miles or putting in a wrong photo. But we make it right. We always do our best. This guy walked away without having to pay anything.
And I want to see, I like to break him down. It's kind of like worst service I've ever seen. Okay. It's like, what's the context? And then I paid nothing, still feel ripped off. It's like still emotional rubbish. There's nothing there that I can like improve or to nail it down. The rude and snide and slow, then we're getting into specifics. But I mean, it gets backed up with they will make you look bad. I'm struggling to like connect.
How can we make you look bad?
Like I get the rude,
We
snide,
made
and
we made
slow
him look bad because he put a bad review.
with a fake second name and just faking 2 reviews. So situation like this, it's like it's not helpful. It's like we need to know what we're doing wrong and then try to nail it down and make sure to fix it. What's it? Solomon. What do we got? A comment?
Yeah, he just said dealership.
Yeah, bro. Well, dealership, but service provider, like consignment. I thought that was a question mark, but it's like a asterisk. And so, I mean, yeah, dealership, but at the same time, yes, dealerships have that rep of being what you call them greedy and like corrupt or whatnot. And I'm not saying they're not out there, but at the same time, as a buyer, you gotta set your expectation, and then when things don't work out, like talk it over, share details, say what went wrong. The whole rude thing, like he's saying on his conversation, is what was rude about it? Was it the language was aggressive? Did we swear at you? Did we call you something you didn't want to get called? Like let's talk about it. The slow part, definitely that's something I'll give him. We're improving on getting communication with people and all that. But slow at the same time is like, what was it that was slow? Was it a slow question that needed to be answered quickly, or was it slow on something that's not even important? We don't know because the review doesn't
Right.
say.
Yep. Well, and this is funny too. You get a 4-star review, but all they say is positive. It's like
Oh, that's true.
there's
Those are
just
crazy.
there's
Read it.
so there's people out there that they do this, right? They like in their mind, no one's worthy of a 5-star. Nobody. But they don't realize that like putting a 4-star actually hurts us.
Yeah, that's true.
If
Totally.
they meant to actually give us a 5-star but just accidentally hit a 4-star, I get it. But like I've seen this enough times that people just like they just have this like idea in their mind that 5-star means like a 5-star hotel, like it was a perfect
Yeah,
service
perfection.
of like, you go in and you have like people waiting on you and handing you just, like constant service. But so this one, he said 4-star, I just had my car sold through CarSimple, which was the best experience ever.
Damn.
Exclamation mark. Hassle free, and they took care of everything. It did take a little while to get sold, but they gave me regular updates and kept me in the loop. So I guess maybe that's why he did a 4-star.
That's true.
So, and keep in mind, like, we don't have any magic sauce. We're not doing anything that's like different that would somehow magically get your vehicle to sell faster. It's it's based off your pricing. It's based off the condition of the car. We're just here to not get in the way, because you're going to get in the way of yourself by trying to sell it on your own, not being able to meet up with somebody, running, just get burned out on all the scammers. But we're not going to, right? We're not going to get burned out. We're not going to get in the way. All we do is provide a 5-star service behind you to get it to actually sell. You got a full-on sales team backing you up, getting all those leads taken care of. We got access to all of the best rates on the market for lending for customers. And yeah, there's just the only downside is if it doesn't sell, you have and you want to pick it back up, you just wasted a little bit of time giving us a try. But that's it, right? There's really no downside to it.
That's true, because we don't make money on getting you to sign up and holding on to your car on the lot for X amount of days. We also needed to, get in, get out. Just as much as you want the car to get in, get out of your life. But yeah, I think that does it for today. Pretty good. At least we got a comment over here by Solomon Dealership. Bro, more context, por favor. But besides that, I think we're pretty good, and we hope we'll see you all in the next live stream or on our videos.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys that may have been here. But yeah, we'll do another live episode. We'll keep you updated on that, because we want to be able to be here, to talk to you, let you know more about us, that we're real, we're legit, and we're not just a bunch of funny videos, sales guys doing nothing all day. We definitely have a lot going on, lots of growth happening, and we want to be able to provide just a really good service to the general public, to people out there. And so, yeah, let us know if you want us to do like a VIN free market evaluation. Give us a follow on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. And comment with your biggest frustration. Let us know what sucks about selling a car. And maybe we're a good match, maybe we're not. Let us know why we may not be a good match for you. And we'll cover it in the next episode.
Deal. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, guys.
See you guys. I'm going to go grab it over here and turn it around and show you guys a little bit over there. Look at that. Yep, juicy, juicy polygon.